Hey everyone, and welcome to the video today, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about the Final Fantasy VII 25th anniversary event celebration broadcast. Now this has been announced by Square Enix and the Final Fantasy VII sort of 25th anniversary Twitter account, where they've said the following: join us next week for around 10 minutes to celebrate 25 years of Final Fantasy, and then they're given a link. And they've asked to co-stream the broadcast and share your reactions with the hashtag Final Fantasy VII 25th, and they've said please be excited. This event will be on June 16th at 3 PM Pacific Time, 6 PM Eastern Time, and 11 PM British Standard Time for all my fellow Brits out there. Now, this is huge information because we could finally get the reveal trailer for Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. This has been a sort of much anticipated game for both myself, as Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VII Remake are two of my favourite games of all time. I love Final Fantasy VII and I need Remake Part 2 like now. I've done a previous video going over basically all the details that we know so far, so if you want to go and catch yourself up on that, on all the news we know so far for Remake Part 2, go ahead and watch that. But this event could be huge. We could not only get a trailer and reveal for Remake Part 2, but we could also get the reveal of Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade port for Xbox, which is already huge. The game's already on PS5 and PC with mod support, so Xbox players finally getting that as well could be big as well. Another weird coincidence is that the original Final Fantasy VII Remake trailer that showed up at E3 2015 was also on June 15th. That's also 7 years and 1 day ago. Obviously this broadcast will be on June 16th. I mean, personally that just makes me feel really old, that the fact that the original trailer for Final Fantasy VII Remake was that long ago. Personally, I think that's one of the best reveals in gaming. I think that's one of the best sort of audience reactions that I've seen to a trailer in a very long time. That was just such a good sort of reveal, and I really just cannot state how excited I am for Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. Now, if you go to the official YouTube livestream page, you can also see hashtags that they decided to put for the actual stream, which are Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy VII 25th Anniversary, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and Final Fantasy VII First Soldier. Now, First Soldier obviously being the mobile game, we could also see that in the event here as well. For those who don't know, there is a sort of prequel battle royale mobile game set in Midgar, where you basically create your own character, and it's weird. It's a third-person shooter that uses spells from Final Fantasy. It's really weird, but hopefully we could also see a sort of console and PC port of the mobile game as well, maybe even a Switch port, because a lot of mobile games do get ported to Switch. It's free to play, and I can't wait to see that in the sort of live stream as well. We could also see some brand new games published by Square Enix, as we know that they have put some new trademarks out specifically for Final Fantasy VII, so it would be cool to see that as well. Now, hyping up the excitement as well, we also know that the German voice actor for Zack Fair has also been tweeting out excitement as well as Square Enix staff. One staff member in particular being the Senior Influencer Relations Manager for Square Enix, called Ibs, who was also tweeting out excitement, saying that this is a must-watch show. But personally, out of everything that we could see like new games, we could see mobile games, we could see obviously First Soldier. I mean, I'm pretty guaranteed that we are going to see First Soldier, but for me it has to be Remake Part 2. Even if it's just a sort of 1 minute trailer, 2 minute trailer, I think they have to end off the show big. They have to show the trailer for Remake Part 2. Unfortunately, because E3 is no longer a thing really, obviously the sort of Summer Games Fest has taken the place of E3. We now no longer have an E3 show for Square Enix, so I think June is a perfect time to reveal Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. We don't know if it's coming out this year or next year. Personally, I think it will either be next year or 2024, as we do know that the pandemic did sort of put a halt on some of the development plans for Part 2 and, well, Part 1 as well, but I'm really excited for Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. Hopefully we could see some more, if it's a linear game or if it's a fully open world like the original. We have no idea what we're going to see, and I think that's really exciting. So anyway guys, what do you guys think of this breaking news? Are you going to watch the broadcast, and do you think we'll see Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2? Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!